Hello, dear folks, dear ladies and gentlemen, like I said, dear parents, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the very hot discussion about education. Education is the key. I said 1,000,001 times already that education is the future of you, your family, as well as for this whole nation. United States strong, keep strong, is because our education is strong. We are loved by everybody in every corner of the world because our education is the best, right? Why it is best? Because we have people like Mr. Chang, like anybody on my show, who are the elite of education, who are together making our education the best of anything below heaven, above earth, right? So now, running for election is not an easy job. That's why I never run. I run for a hamburger because I'm so hungry. At the lunchtime, I'm so tied up, and I need to eat. I run for a hamburger. That's it. That's the only thing I run. That's it.
Okay, you're smarter.
All right. Thank you very much. To most of the questions, I would say, even though challenging, even some of them even are attacking, I believe that the answers are so far accepted.
Thank you.
Right. Like I said, even though I attack you again and again with hard questions, that doesn't mean that I disagree with your point, right? I do agree with all of them. So far, so good. Now, I give you one more test. We say if you want to decide who to vote, who not to, what is the biggest reference is to check about this person's value.
Correct.
Value of concept of value.
Yes.
What kind of value he has in his mind. Now, I give you a big issue now. For the past 2 days, whole Los Angeles County is boiling over the Christopher Hubbard case. I believe you heard that.
Yes.
Right? Christopher Hubbard being a pillowcase, known as the pillowcase rapist, who has committed 38 felonies, right? And also he admitted himself there are 70 of them went unreported. So that's altogether 108 rape cases, right? And that is such a dangerous guy to be released to the society, back to the community, people going crazy against it. So now, first, I want an overall picture. Let's see how much you care about the community. If you would give us a picture somewhat relatively clear about the whole case, like about the A's and B's and C's, we see, oh, this guy has some understanding about the community.
Okay.
And then I'll be asking you for solutions. Do you think we should do this? Do you think we should do that? So that we can test your value, your concept, all right? Shall we do that?
Okay, this might be the toughest question I ever encountered in my life.
I see your sketch there.
Okay, let me give you a brief
sure.
historical background of the case.
Yeah.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yeah, but you're talking to your audience.
Oh,
you're
okay.
not talking to your favor, right?
I'm sorry. Mr.
Sure.
Hubbard committed the first time about 15 rapes in Southern California, and it was committed and sent to jail in 1972 for the first time.
72, yes.
Yes. And then 7 years later, apparently that's the highest sentence that one could get for raping people.
At that time.
At that time. So after 7 years, it means in 1979, he was released. At that time, without any condition, just released. And then he recommitted more rapists.
Within 2 months.
Yes. And that was really shocking. He committed actually about 25 more.
Yes.
In the Bay Area, and then was arrested and sent to jail in 1983. So was sent back again. And then in 1990, he was due for release. But at that time, the society learned one thing. We cannot just release him without any condition. So we now release him on a parole basis, a conditional release on a parole basis.
Yes,
if you get any violation during the parole period, right?
You come back.
You come back. No need to go to another trial.
All right.
Okay. So he was quiet for a few years, and in 1996, he was rearrested. At that moment, was sent to a state hospital for mental treatment.
Yes.
Because at that time he did not really rape anyone, but he allegedly, based on the information available, held someone as a hostage, making threats. And that's a violation of the parole condition, so he was sent to a mental hospital in 1996. Since 1996, he had gone through an annual psychological evaluation whether or not he's qualified to be released, which means that he is no longer a danger to the society. Every year he failed, until this year. He passed.
For 16 years in a row.
Yes. Now he passed.
Yeah, okay.
So then the doctors, physicians in the mental hospital had to issue saying that he's now qualified for release.
For release, yeah.
Subject to also the parole condition, but right now there will be so-called GPS encode.
And the judge, to make a long story short, judge agreed to let him to be
Exactly.
released.
The judge also agrees, so he's due for release in November. That
Okay.
means next month.
All right.
So the whole community is just
All right.
frightened.
That's so much about this very person. And of course, in one sentence, this person is busy raping all his life.
Yes.
Started ever when he was 19 years old. Now he's 62. So he's been doing nothing but raping. So he's led a busy life. Anyway, also he goes in and out, like I go to In-N-Out Burgers, quite so often. And those are other questions. Problem is, this is a repeated felon, right? And there is no way of security to guarantee that he will not reoffend, right? So it's a threat to public security, no matter where he goes, right? So what's your take about how, shall we take him or shall we not take him? And do we have the law binding when the person is released, lawfully released? Judge has to say, judge's word is the law, right? And you have to go by the law to accept it. But accepting it really create danger to the community. So, well, as somebody running for the election for school board, I give you this as a test to see what kind of value do you have.
It's really, again, I have to mention, this is one of the toughest questions I ever encountered in my life.
All right.
Yes, as a public figure, as a public official, let's say, your main concern is the community interest. If that's the case, of course, I will oppose with my life to guard for the safety of the community, not to allow this character to come into our community whatsoever. Day and night, 24 hours, or I never will allow this person to come in. However, we are a society of law and order, which means that we must respect the law. Every human being is entitled to certain rights as afforded by the law. If that's the case, then we have to review carefully whether or not this person is entitled to what's just awarded by the judge. If that's the case, we must respect, notwithstanding the fact that I hate this character to come into our community. There are only two solutions. One is you change the law. There's another law that you can keep him forever at some place.
Okay.
If there's no such law, then I'm sorry. For the time being, there's a gap. Then we have to find somewhere in the community, there's a place safe for him and for re-education. Under supervision.
Exactly.
All right?
Okay, that's how smart. Let's show you a smart part.
Thank you.
Okay, say it again.
Right.
What is the third option? You're saying number one, number two do not convince me.
Exactly. We
right?
keep him in
They don't convince me at all.
Keep him in
a person that's smart enough shall have. And then the third idea. What is your third idea?
So I get excited. Keep him in a place.
Where?
Well, reasonably confined but still free for himself. All right?
All right.
It's large enough in the area, and then we can watch him actually help continue treating this person who's really medically ill.
You're saying we're going to build a mansion for him?
No, not at all. It's just an area that's really quasi-enclosed.
All right.
All right, fenced, for example.
With double security?
Well, I think...
Some sort of?
Yes, some kind of security, but we have to gauge what's the social cost.
The problem is, exactly, we don't have the money.
Exactly.
The fact we release him is because we do not have the money.
Well,
should we have the money, we'll keep him still in the hospital.
Another solution. we should not impose a local community to assume the cost of watching this person.
Of
I think the
course.
state should be responsible.
Yeah.
The state
And the
should
state
provide
doesn't
the
have
funds.
money. And state is taking money for a local city
Well, there has
already.
to be a contribution from all the communities. All right, whoever's going to accept it, then we will calculate what the total cost, and then every other community will have to chip in.
Maybe the best solution is for this person to die.
Well,
I don't know. We gotta let him live, right? Let him breathe somewhere, somehow. Find a place. Use your wisdom. Find a place. Can we call people together who are in the community feeling offended to find out something to put them in a pot, to hire people to watch him? Would that be okay?
No, I think we should really put him to a working condition in a factory or whatever.
Yeah,
using
could be.
his, and then
Could be.
most of the time he's already been working, and after that he must be tired.
And
he had to rest.
rehabilitation, or job training center or something.
Absolutely.
To make him understand.
Yeah,
right?
make it a
Okay,
productive
okay.
human being.
All right.
And then he may learn something.
I have to say this last question is the hardest one.
Absolutely.
Right. And you passed.
Oh,
Thank you for that. So I'm just joking around. I'm no judge. I'm no nothing. I'm just a Jack Shao, happen to be interested in education, and I really welcome the fact you keep supplying new blood to the running system to boost our education. That is a good fact to hold our fingers across for. So now, and to my audiences, I thank you for watching this show, for caring about education, and for being wonderful parents. And to my candidate, I thank you for your time and wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.
Oh, by the way, what is voting day?
Oh, November 5th.
November 5th.
Yes, it's a
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah. We're just a few days ahead, right? Well, so now that's just a few days ahead. Well, go out and vote. Like I said, exercise your right of democracy. Pick up the one you like.
Yes, just go on. It doesn't have to be me.
Sure.
Go out and show your voice.
All right, very good. And thank you very much.
Thank you.